Untitled Millennials. We're your hosts. I'm Marissa.
And I'm Bethany.
And today we're going to be chatting with fellow childless millennial Amalia Ververis. She is a musician. She renovated her inn and she has fur babies. So we're going to be chatting about that today. So welcome. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
So before we really get started here, we like to discuss like our mugs and what's in them. So what's in your mug today?
In my mug today, usually around this time, it's like 2, I'll have like a hot beverage to ground me.
Yeah.
But today I wanted like a juice today.
I feel that.
So
Yeah.
I have like this like kind of weird carrot orange ginger action going on. And I miss my brother right now. Him and I are super close. And he got me this mug.
Cute.
And it has 3 little babies on it to represent my 3. And he got it for me in Marco Island with my mom. But then on the back, it has lots of kitties.
Oh, it's to show how many cats you could have.
Potential.
That's actually how many cats Bethany has.
Almost. This is like a one-off.
How many do you have?
5.
5. This is 6. Yeah.
Oh my
But
gosh.
I love that it's handmade and it's cozy.
It's cute.
So it's my newest mug. So that was like
Exciting.
All right, I have to put the newest mug on here today.
love it.
Yeah.
All right, Bethany, what do you have?
I just brought a travel one today.
It's cute.
A Disney World Starbucks mug. I don't have the Dunkin' banana in here
gonna ask.
because they don't have it anymore.
They
stopped
Is
making
there like
it.
a summer?
I'm in mourning and I'm very sad.
I'm in mourning.
Okay, they have a new flavor that I will not try because it sounds disgusting.
It's for summer.
It's called a dirty soda.
Ew.
I know. Okay, it's iced
I've
coffee.
tried
It's Pepsi. You tried it? With
Not
cold
this
foam
one,
on
but
it?
I've tried something similar of like espresso with like sparkling water. And
Is it bad? It sounds bad.
Okay, it's
I
so
didn't like
funny.
it.
I just
wanted
started
to.
watching a podcast and it's a travel couple and they go, I forgot the name of this place, but they specifically go there for dirty sodas and it's just like combinations of the weirdest things. And I'm like,
so gross.
absolutely not. Like, no, thank you.
Yeah, it's literally iced coffee and Pepsi.
No,
which
no.
Pepsi gross. But
Yeah,
then
I
on top there's like sweet cold foam on top too.
No, I can't.
So anyway, I have a Starbucks pistachio latte in here instead because gross.
Yeah, because gross.
They do have some other flavors right now too, like an Oreo one, which is like okay, but
Maybe next
it's
time.
not the banana.
Yeah.
Not the banana.
No.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
I have a brand new mug. Can you believe it? I went thrifting with my husband and his mom, and I found 3 mugs for like $1. So this little cute guy is
Love
just
it.
ceramic with some punched in leaves and acorns. So it's very fall, but whatever. It's cute. And I bet you can guess I'm drinking a Celsius. I have the tropical version one. It's like a pineapple star fruit flavor. So it's really good. But yeah. All right. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
All right. I'm going to take a sippy. Okay.
Some ASMR.
I know. Alrighty. Okay, let's get to know you a little better, Amalia.
Yes.
All right, so after releasing episode 6 with Donnie, you messaged me on Instagram and said that you had an interesting story to share. I'm literally dying to hear about it. You want to share that?
Yes.
Okay, go.
I'm like, I know we don't have to condense it, but I'm like, this is a story.
Yeah,
And
I'm interested.
And I know you asked, like, do you believe in paranormal?
Yes, yeah.
This to me is one of the most like paranormal things to happen because
Okay.
it's just like you can't
Yeah.
make this shit up. It's so crazy.
Oh my God. Okay.
So I knew Donnie like most people prior to Lucky Frog Tattoo.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry I forget the tattoo place he was working at beforehand off Cape.
Yep.
But when he opened Lucky Frog, like everybody else on Cape Cod was like so immensely proud of him. And I know it was at the point of 2020 where he was able to, because it's just him, have people there. People wear a mask, you do that. So it was shortly after he opened up Lucky Frog and we're kind of easing our way into like normalcy again. I was like, okay, I really want a tattoo. And I go and I'm just like so proud of him. But immediately, like the vibe in there, I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I love this.
I love it too. It's
The
such a cool
art, the furniture, everything was so cool.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of where we're sitting.
Well, yes. Okay. And I'm just like, the art, like the furniture that you have in here, like this is just super aligned and I love it like a lot. And so then we end up talking pretty much the entire appointment about like oh, like where's your dream to like live? At this point of time, I was living in like in a basement apartment
On the Cape.
on Cape, in Marston's Mills,
Okay.
and was there for a while. And I'm originally from Connecticut.
Okay.
I've now been on Cape for 10 years.
There you go.
But in the 10 years that I've been here at this house for 6 years. But prior to that, probably moved 8 times, like from winter
that's
rental
tough.
to winter rental.
And there's so much of that here on the Cape. So yeah.
It all
And
has to
moving
be
is
like
the worst.
It's the worst. And I was like, it's all like who you
And
know.
housing hasn't gotten better, so I'm sure like if it continued, it would just not happen anymore.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So at that point of time, I was in my apartment and we were just kind of, him and I were just like daydreaming a little bit. We were like, what's your dream? Like, and I'm just telling him, I was like, honestly, with who I was at least then, I was like, this is pretty much it. Like this furniture, your art is like really like speaking to me. And like, I love a Victorian.
Yeah.
And during the first 2 weeks of COVID, you know, when we're thinking like, oh, it's a couple weeks off, like we have a little
remember
vacation
that?
kind of thing.
It's so
And I was
hilarious.
like, what can I do to be creative? Because I have this time now. And I had all of these like blank canvases and I just love to create, whether it's like cooking, music, art, or whatever. And I was like, I want to paint something here in my apartment that will just be a symbol reminder of like what I want currently. And this is even before I saw Donnie.
Yeah.
And actually, it's the painting that's right above you guys. I like painted this Victorian house
my gosh,
because I
it's
was
so
like,
good.
I just want to hang it up in my apartment
Yeah.
and be like, that's
beautiful.
like what I want,
I love
whatever.
that.
So I go to his thing and we're talking about that, and time goes by. Fast forward, maybe not even 2 months, like maybe a month and a half, and I'm now at a place where like I'm really gonna. But I want to look for a house. And I was at that place like when I was with him, but I was like, I'm really going to like lock in to this and I can get into how that all happened too. But so Beechwood comes across my universe like a month and a half later, and I'm just like magnetized towards it.
Yeah.
I walk in here and I'm just like, this is it. Yeah. Maybe 3 months later I close on it and I find this art and I find old pictures. I find old books that the previous stewards of the house have left.
Yeah.
And I found this one picture of a couch and I'm just like, where is it? Because they left a lot of furniture for me. The previous owner was like, you can keep whatever you want in a way because it's a huge house and they're not taking everything with them.
Yeah.
So I kind of went room from room, but I saw this picture of this couch.
Is
and
it
I
the
was
couch
like,
at Donnie's?
Nick, do me a favor afterwards for show and tell. I need to show you something. I was like, holy shit, this is the couch at Donnie's tattoo place. So I messaged him because he was telling me, he was like, oh, one of my friends is thinking maybe selling
So it was his
a house.
friend.
So he was like, so I went and like picked up some furniture for the store, for the shop. And it was literally like, when you think about it, I was there talking about what I
much you liked
wanted and how
that
much I
look,
liked
yeah.
it. And it was like from
Yeah.
my actual future
That's
house.
insane because the couch is sitting right there, right? The one
Sitting
in your
right
shop?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
There's
awesome.
2 of them actually. And I'm
there
like, I want it
is.
back.
Oh my God.
It's like the couch and then it's like, yeah, a side chair, and I'll get the picture for like show and tell section because I obviously framed it, and I'm just like,
That's
whoa.
so
I feel like
crazy.
I was like literally talking to, like, in a way, the energy, if you want to get into do I believe in paranormal, I was like, there was energy attached to that that
Yeah.
was like, this is our girl.
No doubt. Yeah.
Like, totally.
Yeah.
And then to sound even more out of pocket, insane, I like messaged, I was like, oh my God, like, what was the tattoo that I got that day? Yeah. No, it gets fucking weird. I'm like, I sound like a crazy person when I say this.
No.
And on the back of my arm, one of my favorite words on the face of the planet is serendipity.
Oh my God.
And I just got serendipity down my arm. We're talking about like wanting a Victorian house. And
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
no, it's
Yeah,
actually
that is
crazy.
Wow.
And then when I move it, so then technically it was like maybe 6 months later, 7 months later, I'm like closed and I'm here and I'm starting to find all of the things and just like trinkets. And I found that, and I was like, why does this seem like so familiar? And when I was like, wow, I like genuinely did not look for this place. Like, I looked at homes, but I didn't
You were
look
looking
for
for something
this.
like this.
But also,
and
like,
then you
what
found
I
it.
actually
Yeah.
wasn't, in a way.
Really?
I mean, I was looking for something
Yeah.
old and like character, but I was not looking for a bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, what a place too. Like, you're in Barnstable
Yes. Also,
on 6A.
Also,
Yeah.
a manifestation was basically from like the courthouse to like Scudder.
Okay.
That road right
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
Like, I was basically like any house on 6A,
Yeah.
I would buy without having to look
But,
inside of it.
Like, also a staple coffee place, Nirvana Cafe, is like right down the road.
I love Nirvana.
Honestly, that was like
Literally.
the selling point. I was like, I can walk to Nirvana.
Yeah.
We're good.
Oh
We're
my
fine.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I love Nirvana.
That is an insane story.
Yeah. And so like there's many a days where I get so overwhelmed here.
Yeah.
And it feels a little too much, and it feels heavy, and then I think about that, and I was like, it was like totally supposed to happen when it did.
You know how old this house is?
1853.
Okay, cool.
Samuel and Aurelia Smith were the builders, and he was a hatter.
Okay.
And there's an old hat box in
Well,
the attic.
do you know
that
if it was
Don't
passed
dare move.
on by like family to family, or they were just selling it to other people?
So it was originally a just like full family estate, just like gigantor
I can
family
tell,
estate.
yeah.
And then it wasn't until like the 1980s that it was turned into a bed and breakfast.
Okay,
So
that makes
it
sense.
just was a single family
yeah.
home for most of its life.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because I'm very much into paranormal. Bethany
Yeah.
is too. I'm just thinking about all the different lives and kind of energy that is like left here. So for you to feel overwhelmed, I'm like, well, yeah, there's a bunch of different stories here.
Well, there's that, and I think, but that's funny you say that though, because the energy here has never made me feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
I
okay.
always feel more comfortable here than I've felt a lot of places. And having believe in energy, when I was looking into other homes, I would walk into certain homes
No, right away. Like, no.
I do the
literally
same
immediately, and
thing.
I'd be like, I'm wasting this realtor's time because like I would feel either like physically like
Can't breathe or sick.
like
Yeah.
sick or
Yeah.
uneasy, or just I would just know.
Yeah.
And here I've just always felt
Comfortable.
so comfortable. Like it could be
It's meant for you.
3 a.m. and all the lights are off, and I could walk around and get like I'm not like I don't have any fear. I don't feel any uneasiness, and even like plumbers will come in and be like, "This house's energy is awesome." I'm like, "Thank you." It kind of feels like a hug in a way,
Yeah.
because the one thing that I wanted to preserve was like the era and like the character of this house. I feel like if it was turned into like a Cape Cod beach house, it would be having an identity crisis.
yeah.
There's too many of those. Just driving down here when I live in Dennis, so driving 6A from Dennis to here, you can see all these different manors, but they're more on the like the nautical side, the ship side, which is fine.
Which is beautiful.
Yeah,
I
I've
love
done-
this aesthetic a lot.
Yeah, this one is really cool, and I think it fits you personally like very well. So I think
Which
that,
is funny you say that. I'll touch on that too. I'm like, yes.
yeah. So I think this place is gorgeous. So I'm really excited we got to do it here. And
I'm so glad to have you guys here too. And like this room, the parlor, I call it, is like really, besides the kitchen, like the heart of the home.
Yeah.
And I just like, I love it. You're like cradled by like both of the beech trees here and like the light, and just like, I love an open concept house, but I love how like
I do too.
this, every room has its own.
Well, yeah, this being what it is, I feel like it's supposed to have its own compartments in it, you know? So I'm very much into design. Did I see that you did some renovations to it on your Instagram?
Yes.
Okay. What did you renovate?
Call it YouTube University.
Yes.
Like queen of like DIY.
Same.
I have found that I really like cutting tile.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I did that with my dad, where we did like the backsplash in the kitchen, and ever since then I was like, this is super satisfying actually. So like doing like the bathroom tiles.
Yeah.
I've painted every single wall in this house.
It does look fresh,
or wallpaper. Really into wallpaper.
Yeah.
This room had super cool wallpaper, but had to take it down. I mean,
the border?
you have the border, but
Okay.
the rest of it used to be wallpaper too.
Yeah.
But if it's natural wood, I have not painted it. If it's painted, I have done.
painted.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just been beds, design, paint
Do
tiles,
you like the
counters.
design part of it? Like, are you having fun with that, or is it just
Yes.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
any form to create
Yeah.
and to like turn
Same.
something. And a lot of people, I mean, how do I say that? I think you're either one where you need somebody to show you what you want, or
Yes.
you can see beyond the
Yeah.
chaos.
Yeah.
And this home definitely had like a lot of chaos coming
Yeah.
into it. But I looked at the floors. I'm like, the floors are beautiful. I looked at the ceilings.
Yes.
The ceilings were beautiful.
same
And I'm
way.
like, everything else is kind of just.
So were you originally looking just for a place to live for yourself, but then happened to just
Absolutely.
like find
Yeah.
this
A
manor? And you're like,
business?
well, I
Yes.
guess I'll be an innkeeper.
100%. Yeah. I was looking for a Victorian. Like I wanted just some,
Yeah.
or not even Victorian. It could have just been anything older. I just
yeah.
wanted character. I'm like, this has already stood like the test of time.
Sure, yeah.
So might as well keep that
Yeah.
rolling. I have lived in a couple new builds, and I find that they're not as stably sound. Maybe. Nothing against them, but that's where I gravitate towards. And I was looking for a place that may have had like an in-law apartment
Yes.
or a garage apartment, just for like my own security.
Yeah.
And I was looking at this one house in Yarmouth, and the realtor, it was at that point of time where it's like something's on Zillow for 3 minutes, and there was like already a buyer lined
Yeah.
up, and they just had to put it on because they had to.
It was so good back then. Like, the market was just amazing.
Totally. So I ended up finding this one that I loved, and the realtor was like, I have one that may go on the market, may not. Like the owners are like kind of teetering with the
Yeah.
idea. He's like, I can't disclose address or anything like that, but I can give you this information. And he said 1853 Victorian bed and breakfast on 6A in Barnstable. And I was like, sir, no, there's not. Like, I was like, I know this area. I can promise you there's not a Victorian bed and breakfast. Like, I just didn't know. The hedges that were in front of my house were probably 30 feet tall.
Where you couldn't see it.
You've never seen this house.
Holy moly.
Like, literally never. It was up to the power lines.
Yeah.
So it was the one house that I've never
I mean, it's also like
seen.
when I was looking it up, like back when you first like messaged Marissa, and I was like looking at this place. I'm like, I pass this all the time, but I couldn't picture it.
Yeah.
And I think maybe it's because for years you couldn't really see it. I don't know.
You couldn't see it. And then it gets a little bit spookier.
What?
Like, yeah.
Go, I'm ready. I'm so ready.
Was with that, I then go onto Google and I'm like, okay, 1853 Victorian bed and breakfast, 6A Barnstable.
Yeah.
And the first thing that comes up was Beechwood Inn, ghost hunters. And I was like, oh, this guy didn't think I'd find the house. Now I'm like locked in, gonna watch a whole episode and get a tour on ghost hunters kind of thing.
Oh
fun.
my
So
God.
I do that. I have to rewind it for a second. Earlier that day, there's a woman I know who works at a local bar that I used to play music at.
Yeah.
And this was COVID. So she messaged me and she was like, hey, Amalia, I'm doing a radio thing because we're in COVID right now.
Yeah.
And she was like, would you and your band want to like be on the radio thing? I'm like, absolutely. Yes. Thank you. Like,
Like, duh.
what else are we doing?
Yeah.
And so I do that, whatever. Literally not even 12 hours later, I'm watching Ghost Hunters and they pull up to the house and they were just like, and now we're going to go meet the owner of Beechwood.
Oh my gosh.
And it was the woman that messaged me earlier
Wow.
the day.
Oh my God.
So you're watching your house.
I actually turned it off. I saw.
I'm going home and watching it. Like, I have to see it.
I genuinely saw that it was her.
yeah.
And I was just like, okay, it's done.
Yeah.
I've never even seen this house.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know anything about this house. And that, like, not that it scared me, but I was just like, I turned it off and I walked away. I was like, that's fucking insane.
It's wild.
And so I texted her the next day and I was like, are you selling your house? And she immediately called me and she was like, are you the musician interested? And kind of ghosted the realtor. And
Oh my gosh. So you went straight through her.
we just did a private thing.
I'm
Private
so
sale.
obsessed with that.
Yeah. But the fact that, like, the whole Donnie thing was like months prior, and then me being like, okay, I'll really put the energy out there. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna do it, and then
Yeah.
it found me that way. I was like, I guess I have no choice but to
Literally.
be an
It,
innkeeper.
like,
Found
led you.
instead of you finding.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that's a good way to put that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, and so, yeah, I've been running it as an inn this will be my 6th season.
Yep.
The first year I did do kind of like a more bed and breakfast feel.
Okay.
But like you just said, we're walking distance to Nirvana.
Yeah.
It was a huge waste of my time and money
A lot
making
of work.
breakfast
Yeah.
for people because
They just were
everybody
gone. Yeah.
gone. Gonna walk to Buttercup Cafe, gonna walk to Nirvana. So since then, I have just been like, you know what? It'll be just like a super cool, cozy place for people to stay. I have a coffee machine. They have a microwave. They have mini fridges. They have everything that like a hotel would have.
Yeah.
But then you're also in walking distance to beautiful
Cool stuff.
Barnstable Village.
That's so cool.
Definitely.
really
And
You're
other restaurants.
you're open the summer season, so I'm assuming like
I'm open the summer season, but it's
Yeah.
all like, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
And like people
Yeah.
can reach out to me for like staycations.
Yep.
Like Donnie and Ashley have come stayed here a few times, like off season.
Okay,
just
cool.
like, just
Yeah.
get like a local
Yeah.
little getaway. And
yeah.
a lot of my neighbors will have just like a lot of family members come for the holidays.
That's
and they're like,
awesome.
we need extra space to send our family
Yeah.
members to.
I mean, you have it here, and it's beautiful.
And to be
Yeah.
honest, if I was going somewhere for the holidays, I would love my family to be like, go stay at this bed and breakfast.
Right, I know.
Okay, great.
Yeah. I know.
Definitely.
That happens to my family all the time. Like, nobody ever wants to stay at my house. Like, I get off the hook because I've got too many animals, and people are like, I don't want to stay at your house.
Oh,
which is great.
perfect.
Works perfectly.
Perfect.
But then everybody ends up staying like 2 miles down the road at my parents' house, and like, they don't have a ton of space. And sometimes they're
Yeah.
like, we don't want all these people at our
Yeah.
house. So
Yeah.
there's been times that they've been like, we'll pay for you to be at a hotel room because like we just don't want all these people underfoot all the time. It's just it's a lot.
Totally.
It's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. So it's nice. And even when I do have like family come, there is separation. So I do live here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I really do think of the inn as a separate entity because like I don't go to it often, which is
Right.
like so strange. But the house really is very well thought out, like divided.
Yeah.
Where like my side of the house is my side and the inn is the inn and separate entries, separate everything. So
That's cool.
but
That's
it's
good.
really
Security,
nice.
yeah. That's
for
cool.
that. And when I do have family or friends coming, everybody's comfortable, has their own space, and
Yeah.
yeah, no,
That's awesome.
yeah, I love it. And I just have people message me if they want to stay. I'm like, don't go through Airbnb. Like, avoid all of those.
I know, like the middleman
Yeah.
that takes
Yeah,
percentages
avoid the
of
middleman.
everything.
Just come to me.
Yeah.
We'll make
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
work. All of that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing the story in this way. So, like, I can't wait to like walk around and look at some
I
of
know.
the
I
rooms
can't wait
and
to
stuff.
show you.
I know.
I know.
That makes me want to stay here.
I know,
You should.
right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And like off season, it's just like
Yeah.
so nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Thank you.
All right. So, personal things we're gonna get into a little bit, like you
Okay.
and your life. So,
Sure.
did you ever want kids? Do you want kids in the future? What is your status, Sophie?
So I think I wanted kids when you were like brainwashed to think you wanted
Okay,
kids.
that comes up a lot. Yeah.
Of like when I graduated college and I was in my early 20s and I was like with like a long-term partner, I was like, okay, like I think I want kids because this is when we're supposed to have it,
Yeah,
which is
right.
like
When society tells you,
Yes,
that you're supposed to
exactly.
have them. Yeah.
But then slowly, obviously realizing, you know what? There's like so much more that I just need more time. I just want to accomplish so
Yeah.
much. There's just so much things that I want to do.
So I always say that I like my time and I like doing
Yeah.
me and I like doing things, you know, that are just things I know I can't do with a child. So my sisters all have kids, so I kind of get that fixed through them.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but
Yeah.
A lot of my friends have kids.
Yeah.
One of my best friends just had a baby, and I'm so
Yeah.
happy for her.
Right?
And like to be an aunt.
Exactly.
And I have siblings that I know will
Yeah.
have children. But for me, yeah, I just really cherish my independence
Yeah.
and what I want to do.
Yep.
And, you know, my partner feels like the same way where he has his own passions and things that he's inspired by. And I hate that it sounds almost like conceited, but
Yes.
I do really like that I'm like fulfilled by just myself.
Yeah.
No, don't feel that way because in a couple episodes like before this, we spoke about like us not wanting children and like why we don't want children, and I said exactly what you said. It does sound and feel like you're being selfish and you know like it's rude almost in a way, but don't feel that way.
Yeah,
you're allowed to be that way.
And even though like I feel fulfilled by that doesn't mean like everything's easy breezy, obviously. But I do feel like, through the love that I experience, like with like my own relationship with myself, with my animals, with my boyfriend, with my friends.
You don't feel like you're missing out on...
I'm like I'm experiencing true love through like all of those things. Yeah. And so I just am not seeking it elsewhere.
That's nice. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Me too. Feels great to lean into that.
All right. So what year were you born?
June 1993. I have to say June because I'm a Gemini. But yes, 1993.
Cool.
And you already said you didn't grow up on the Cape, right? You were in Connecticut, you said?
Yes. Born and raised in Connecticut, but I moved here 10 years ago. Northwestern hills of Connecticut. And we just always vacationed. Well, we usually vacationed on Block Island or Martha's Vineyard, but then we would vacation here. So it just ended up becoming a second home.
Like a stable.
Yeah. And I just was super familiar with
and you
it.
just gravitated towards...
Yeah. And then when I had, I was 22 and nothing was moving in Connecticut. Yeah. Like I kind of like peaked at like one of my jobs and I was just like, nothing's like, there's no room for improvement anymore. Yeah. It didn't feel like...
You need something else.
Yeah. And I was dating somebody from here. And I was just like, well, we were going back and forth for a couple of years. And I was like, let me just go out there and have a job interview. And they immediately were like, can you start in 2 weeks? So I went home that day to Connecticut and was like, put in my 2 week notice. And I had genuinely 2 weeks to
move. That's amazing.
To move. And... it was, I'm so happy. I'll never go back to Connecticut. I won't live there again.
Was you liked your childhood there, or was it kind of
I liked my childhood there. I lived in a very farm town.
Okay, yeah.
Very small town. Like, it was like the town, it was kind of like how DY is Dennis Yarmouth together. Yeah. Like, our school was our town and like another town combined. Yeah. There was not a lot to do. I did like a lot of outdoor activities because that was the only thing you could do.
Yeah.
But it's funny though too because where I lived in Connecticut, it took like a half an hour to get anywhere.
Okay, so you're like out in the country almost.
Yeah. But it's funny though, like when you come here and like,
everything's so close.
Everything's so close.
I had the same problem because I went to college in Maine.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere up in Maine, and we were like. Our school was like 30 miles off the highway.
Yeah.
So it was a 30 to 45 minute drive to get anywhere. Yeah. And I was so used to that. And I even lived a couple of my summers up there too. And then coming back here and having like a 5-minute drive to get to the store.
I
know.
Like,
this is weird. I feel like I need to go for a trip.
I can relate too because I did all of my elementary school years in North Carolina. So there was just fields of horses and, just random things. And my bus ride was almost an hour long to get to school. So I get it. Yeah.
And it's just funny though too because like a lot of people that are from here that I've noticed, and it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like a half an hour seems like a trip.
So
and like it's not bad. Yeah. It's just like
it's so funny you say that because my husband got a job and it's half an hour away and I'm like, Jesus, like that is so far.
Yeah. Because everything's just so convenient here, which is not a bad thing, like at all.
Yeah.
Totally. But yeah, it was very, very small town. And just a little too small of a town.
Everybody knew each other.
Everybody knew everybody, and there wasn't a lot to do. So I just played outside, like I said, and just it was nice though because, like you said, born 1993 to have that era of.
I'm so happy we were
playing outside,
and like not having being on the cusp.
Use your
like,
imagination.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's that like?
I was like under the tree making the potions.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Same.
Playing with
I
chalk.
actually just saw a reel about that the other day of like what my parents thought I was doing, like just sitting there with chalk and a baby doll, but it's like what I was really doing. And the person's like making potions like in a pot
yes,
and like
exactly.
grabbing random
I used to
sticks.
be Xena, the warrior princess. Like I would take like sticks bigger than me and I would whap the crap out of trees. And, but like in my mind, I'm Xena. I'm wearing that outfit. I am you know what I mean?
Incredible.
Yeah.
I had a imaginary pet velociraptor that lived in my backyard.
Even dinosaurs, I swear. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so we mentioned before you have a partner, and I don't know if we want to get a little bit into this, but you said he seems like an interesting person. Maybe in the future we can chat with him. But
Definitely.
you said he was it kiteboarder or like what does he do?
Yeah,
with the wind.
with the wind. What doesn't he do with the wind? Is the question actually. He is my favorite person ever. I've known him for 9 years now. We met through my old band Melic Moon. He was my like filler drummer whenever like our drummer like couldn't make it or whatever. We just like needed like a backup. And so I met him 2017 doing that, and we just always he was just always like we just gravitated towards each other because I looked forward to honestly like when I could play with him, because I was like, oh, I have like a friend or like buddy that I could talk to, because sometimes other people that I play with or just other people that I was surrounding myself with on break at these gigs, certain people will be like, all right, I'm gonna go smoke now, or like I'm gonna go get a drink, or I'm gonna do this, and like him and I would just be like during break be like, so like, have you tried this new cheese, or like have you traveled here, or like, or just like what's I don't know, we just would like, I would just always have somebody to talk to
and get to know the little things.
Totally. And like I would be in like other like relationships, and like he knew me through like my long-term relationships, but it was just nice to have like somebody to talk to. And recently we went to New York, where he's from, and it was like maybe a 5-hour drive. Maybe
I just was in New York. I took a train though.
And like the 5 hours that we drove, like we didn't play like a single song, not like not a single episode of a podcast, and could just like talk. And I'm just like, and that's just like how we've always been. And we haven't even been dating for a year yet, but we've known each other for 9. And he's just like, the coolest person I know. He kiteboards. He's the smartest person I know. He could be like a scientist, a teacher. He skateboard. He just... I'm gonna say this lightly. Sorry, Christian. But like yesterday, he like took me skateboarding, because he could have been a professional skateboarder.
That's
like,
amazing.
He used to be sponsored by a couple companies, and I was like, I don't know. I feel like I'm like, I know that I've already kind of healed my childhood, but I'm just like, I love now exploring things that like I wanted to explore as a child. And having like a cheerleader and like and doing it as an adult is like so liberating.
For sure.
And so I was like, oh, like let's do that. And he was like, all right, I'll teach you how to skateboard. And I was like, okay. But now I'm like so locked in a way where I was like so frustrated with not being able to do it that I'm like, I actually have to like do it. But no, he's like he's definitely the smartest person I know, and just like the funniest person I know, and very much on the same page with me when it comes to children and animals. And a beautiful thing that he did for me just in our friendship was like maybe 4 years ago or 3 years ago. I mentioned previous to this that I have 3 cats. And in a very morbid way of thinking, I was like, okay, I have 2 cats that I got like close in age, because like they needed buddies when they were kittens.
Yes, they
so
do.
Like I need to get a third, like obviously. The first 2 that I got were rescue cats, and I adopted them. But then with one of my previous partners, I was like, we were like, let's get a fancy cat. Like, are we gonna get... And so we went through a breeder, and we got a Maine Coon. And his name was Ron. And was just like puppy kitty, the sweetest soul ever. And he was 10 months old. I don't want to get emotional. No, I'll be fine.
It's
but
okay.
he was 10 months old. And I came home and he had died.
Oh my God.
That day.
What happened?
Well, the house isn't haunted. That's literally
that's
Wilbur. Like maybe it was Ron. Who knows? But my first like visceral reaction was like, where are my other cats? Like,
like what happened?
Like, did he like get into something? Has
Sure.
everybody like perished? And I like was running after them.
ones, yeah.
And I found them and they were totally fine. So then I'm now freaking out over this.
Yeah.
And I like thought I could have like died from the heartbreak, just because, especially with like a cat.
Yep.
I mean, even a dog, but like,
horrible.
but with a cat, you're definitely expecting like 15 years.
Yes,
like
or more,
minimum.
honestly. Yeah.
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 So for it to be a 10-month-old
Sudden.
baby,
That's sad.
Was-
Barely got to do life.
no, it was like the most unfair thing like ever. And so that day, ironically, or like, yeah, it was that day, Christian, my boyfriend, then my friend, he had like a bee problem at his house and was like getting the house like, I don't know,
Fumigated or something. What is it?
yeah. And he like messaged me about, because he lives right down the street also, and he like messaged me about using the inn to like shower before one of his gigs, because he's a musician. Well, obviously I said that.
Yeah.
And you know, the inn is separate, has their own codes. So I sent him the codes. I was like, here's the codes. You can use the inn like whenever you need, blah, blah, blah. I was like, you will not see me though. I was like, I am so fucking heartbroken right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm not okay.
Yep.
And he ended up like not having to use the inn, but he came over later that evening. He didn't even tell me he was coming over, but I saw like his car pull up. And he just like brought me this care package of like wine and cheese and olives and crackers
All
and
the
like
right
all of
things.
these things
Yeah.
of just like during this time he like knows how hard it is, and like when you
Yes.
can't take care of yourself. Like my other two cats were like genuinely the only reason why I was like able to function, because I was like, I have to take care of these two other souls.
Yeah.
Like it was like, so he ended up having
Oh yeah, it was
hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. So he had a heart attack.
okay. I was like,
And it is something that unfortunately Maine Coons develop, but it could be due to poor breeding. And I found out that the breeder was
a piece of shit.
a terrible human being, so I reported him. And
Good.
he tried giving me another kitten after he told me another kitten already died, and I was like, yeah, I immediately reported him.
Oh my gosh.
And now I have my third after like a year and a half of healing. And and he's
So
lovely.
you currently have 3 cats, right?
Currently have 3 cats.
What are all their names?
Firstborn is Woolly Bear.
Okay.
Originally Winifred, because we thought he was a girl.
Oh yeah. Yes.
But now he's a Woolly Bear. Second is Wilbur, who is like the star of the house, needs to greet everybody and know
The one that
everybody.
came and said hello.
Yeah, Wilbur had like helped set up. Yep. And then Miko is the third.
Are they
name.
all Maine Coons, or are they different breeds, or?
No, they're all rescues. So they're all
so-
just like
they're
random, fluffy.
Because one we saw
cuteness.
was very fluffy.
Yeah, they're all fluffy.
fluffy.
Yeah. Wait till you meet Miko.
Even more so.
He's named after the raccoon in
raccoon from
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas.
Oh, I love it. And he looks exactly like
A lot
that.
of my animals are
And
named after, like even a lot of my cats. I've got Raja and Bagheera.
Yes.
So I have a lot of Disney names.
Yes.
too,
Yeah.
If you're interested, we have a cat episode. I can link that here, but that kind of goes over like
All of
our
our
cats,
cats.
yeah, and the whole story behind them. So we won't talk too much about our cats here, but
Amazing.
we totally get it.
Amazing. Yeah. But yeah, that was just one thing that he did when we were like just friends. And I remember walking in being like, well, fuck, that was
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
sweet. And yeah, he's just always been kind of like
There.
orbiting. Yeah. There.
Because you guys just eventually like, why aren't we dating? Like
It
we've been
was-
friends for so long,
Yeah.
and like it works really well. Like,
It's just, yeah, the timing was really crazy. I like had a really transforming trip this past year to Barcelona with my family.
Love it.
And it was really last minute. Like we're not like this wasn't normally like us, where my parents like a month prior were just like, I think we're gonna do this, can you take off time? And I was like, holy shit. And we haven't gone on a family vacation in forever.
I don't remember my last one.
And we've never gone to like Europe together as a family. Like we've all gone separately, different places. And I just had a very transforming trip. Had like some other stuff I was like getting over, and I got back and kind of also a little sad and dark. But I got back and I found out that his dog of 16 years had passed, and like she was like an extension of him. Like him.
I know my soul cat is 16 and she's just almost maybe has cancer. It's just the whole thing, but I get it.
So when I found out that he had lost her, I was like, oh my God, well, that's, like I said, it's just an extension of him.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do what he did for me and like bring him just a little care package or something or other. And so I went over and I saw him and we just caught up and I gave him I'm sorry cheese. Yeah. And and then from there, we just started spending more time just as friends. I guess he did ask me out on a date, and I didn't realize it was a date. And he was just like, well, do you want to get, like, food this night? But
you're like, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, well, yeah, absolutely. Girls got to eat. Like, whatever. But I've also have gone to, like, dinner with, like, I've had, like, over 100 meals with this person before from, like, other gigs and like nights that we've like spent with just music in general. So I thought genuinely nothing of it, like at all. And he was like, oh, well, to me that was our first date. I was like, oh okay. and then when it like happened and you were like, I like you, it was like, oh my, like I had no idea. Idea. And then cute. Our first like official date was New Year's Eve, and yes.
Ever since then?
He's wonderful. Yeah, totally. Cool. Totally.
Happy for you. So you mentioned, so you're an innkeeper, you're a musician, but you also have a job at Cape Wildlife, which is, I think, how you two are acquainted. Yes. So just tell me a little bit about like what you do there.
I started working there a little over a year ago. I do like the admissions. So I'm the one answering, well, I'm one of the ones answering the phones. Directing people to either like a rehabber, to animal control, or like bring it into us. Cape Wildlife is a nonprofit wildlife animal hospital. So if you find a raccoon or a bird or whatever, fox, all those things, call us first. Also, do not touch a raccoon. With your bare hands, please. No matter what you see on social media, do not. So I've been working there for a little over a year now, maybe like a year and a half or so, doing the admissions there. And I love it. That's awesome. Just to see how much help and how much I've learned and the people that I've met there through it too, and just the difference that it makes. It's incredible.
That was one of my questions too, how long you've been there, because I used to work with individuals with autism, and we would take our group of like 10 to Cape Wildlife, and it was more so just like observing them, but we would like clean up the grounds, pull weeds, like things like that. So nice. I just was wondering if you were there when I was there, but I've been out of there for like a decade. So
it's been
a long time.
Only a year and a half.
But you were there after I took Dova too, so that's why you don't know her.
Yes.
Right. Do you guys recognize each other at all, or
what? No? I feel like I definitely recognize you from this past Christmas.
Yes,
that was when it was.
Because
right?
and I met Dova then. Yeah, because you brought her.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have the fox too.
Yes, the fennec fox.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The famous fennec
fox. Yes. But I'm only there 3 days a week, so I'm there like part-time, but I just like love the people that I spend time with there and the animals so nice, and just learning. Oh my gosh, they're incredible. Yeah.
So do you have a background in wildlife before that or anything, or just?
No, I did take like the wildlife rehabilitation course like through what they offer. I didn't get licensed, but I just wanted to obviously learn and to know. I'm just a, animal lover. Yeah. And when I saw that job was like posted, I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to lean into that.
That's awesome.
And I'm very happy that it worked out. Before that, I was like working part-time in retail, and I was like, absolutely.
Weren't we all? Bethany, have you ever done retail?
Yeah, I actually worked at PetSmart for several years.
I think we
I've tried several things. And like I even tried being I was working in a kitchen briefly one time, did not like that. So then I was like bussing tables and like helping a waitress. Not good at that either. I even like spilt things on people, like really bad.
That would be the worst.
Hated that. Yeah, so basically like everything that was like leading up to me trying to get like my first zoo job, like all
Yeah.
these other jobs just because I needed to get a job and I was a teenager and like needed money.
I totally get
Like nothing really worked out, and then like I finally got my first zookeeping job, and all my life I've also always worked at my parents' business because they
Yes,
own a
right,
business, they own
okay.
an alarm company, and I've always kind of worked for them. But I worked at another like fast food seafood place for a while, but then I worked at PetSmart for a little bit too, back when I came after college. So like when I came home after college and I had a full-time job but
And it's
needed more money. So,
a little
so I
tangent.
had like another one.
No, it's okay. I get it.
Okay, anyways, that was a little tangent. I was just curious.
I'm
if
all,
you
I know.
did it.
Just don't ask me questions.
I know.
Do you have any interesting stories from Cape Wildlife Center?
Ugh.
Your time for a tangent. No.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, see, the animal stories aren't that interesting, I think.
It's usually probably the people.
It's the people.
It's the people.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, don't touch raccoons,
Yeah.
please.
Because there's stories behind that.
Yes.
I mean, I get it all the time, and I'm not even in like a rehab center. But it's just
Yeah.
because people still call me
I
or
think
message
what
me
blows
because
my
they have an
mind-
animal question, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I think what just shocks me the most is like if somebody finds like a baby bird or a baby animal, they're automatically think that they're like the chosen one and they need to like they'll call and be like, this thing like found me, what do I do now? And most of the time it's nothing. Like
Yeah.
let mom
Like 9 times out of
Take
10,
care
the
of it.
animal's perfectly fine.
it's perfectly fine. You are not
Yeah.
you are not like the chosen adoptive like mother or father for this animal. Yeah, no like crazy animal stories besides just like I love the owls. I love all of the animals there, but yeah, the people are it's very interesting.
Yeah.
And I've learned more so I think maybe from the people.
Yeah.
That's my stories too. It's all
Yeah.
it's all people.
Yeah.
People,
And
man.
they're crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hate people. Just kidding. I don't.
That was actually part of why my time in retail was so tough. Because working
Yes.
at PetSmart,
I did customer service.
working PetSmart, most of the people coming in were crazy people. Like, I found this turtle and now I need to care for it. I'm like, no, you're not.
no,
And I'm not going to
please.
tell you how to do
Yeah.
so. I'm going to tell you to put
Where
it
to
back
put it
where
back.
where it was.
Yes.
And I'm not going to help you
Yeah.
buy things for it.
Yeah.
And because no.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. Or people, I found a squirrel.
Oh my god.
Like-
And that's happening right now.
I
A lot of
know.
baby squirrels
So
out there.
that is like the number one thing that drove me nuts working
Yeah.
that particular type of retail was just
Yeah.
all the people
Yeah.
that were taking wildlife.
Exactly.
out of
You're
the wild.
you're taking them.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Keep it
it's
wild,
a problem.
man.
It's a big problem.
It is a big problem.
Okay, we're gonna switch into like your music career because we only touched base on it a little
Okay.
bit. So, when did you find your love for music?
Very young. Probably maybe like 5.
5, yeah.
I want to say as soon as I could like really develop and hold like a thought or an idea.
Yeah.
Was probably
What was your
around that
first
time.
instrument? Was it a guitar or piano?
Piano and guitar. So my mom is a singer and piano player. She was in the USO.
Okay.
And my dad was in a Kiss cover band in high school.
Okay.
And so he played guitar.
Okay.
And so I was like, definitely, it was always also
Around
another thing
you.
in orbit. Yeah.
Yeah, just
and
always around
And
it.
the guitar that I learned to play on when I was like 7 was like larger than me. But I just wanted, and it was super frustrating, but I just loved hearing my dad play it. I was just like, I need to learn how to do this, no matter how frustrating it is. And then with the piano, super, what's that word? Not only is it forgiving, but it's just like, you get your instant like gratification because
Yeah.
you press it and you're like,
And
there's a
makes a
note
sound, yeah.
kind of thing. Where guitar, it's like a little bit more technique.
Yeah.
But singing was my first thing.
Okay.
I was like, this is something I don't need an instrument and I can just,
Taking that microphone that like
Do it
projects
myself.
your voice
Oh
when
my
you were
God.
a kid in the 90s.
or even like in a fan.
Oh, yes, a fan.
yeah, like thinking about where that was but neither of my parents like pushed me. They like
Yeah.
let me like come to it on my own because like going back to who I was as a child, I was super shy and like very soft spoken, and even now I consider myself an introvert, but only an extrovert with like the people I'm comfortable.
Exactly the
That's
same.
how I am,
Exactly
too,
the same
Totally.
way. Yeah.
So I was just always that, and like they never pushed me, and it wasn't until I think I was like 7 or 8 where like my mom had mentioned something to me about like, oh, like the talent show's coming up, and it just like it was a comment that just like came and went.
Yeah.
And it just in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, the talent show is coming up, and like I kind of want to do something, and, like in a way. And that was the first time I performed on a stage, and I did Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid.
Yes, I love it.
And my mom still has my outfit because we like made it from like Michael's Arts and Crafts in a way.
So quick
so cute.
tangent. Are you a Disney person at all?
Oh, if I want to feel something, I put on like old Disney
Okay.
music. Yeah.
I don't know if you know much about us, but we're huge Disney people. Like I think Disney comes up in almost every episode that we've done. It's just a
Incredible.
huge part of us.
Yes.
So I was just curious.
Yeah. Mulan, Hercules, and Pocahontas are like.
She has a cat named Miko. So.
That's true.
But like those soundtracks are like my favorite Disney soundtracks for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Part of Your World was the first time that I
So
sang on stage.
when you were that young, I'm assuming, is that when you decided you were going to pursue music as a career, or was that older?
That's when I knew I just was gonna do that.
Yeah.
Like
This was it.
100%. I was super fucking nervous.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like easy by any
Yeah.
means. Like I felt like I would throw up every single time, and and it was like, and I would do it so well at home by myself, and then I'd go on stage and be like, ugh, yeah, and then it'd be so hard on myself. But that was just something where I was like, okay, like yeah, like I'm gonna do this.
Cool.
And in no means though, like with the original music that I'm going to be releasing and that I have released in the past, but with my future goals releasing music, in no way is that am I like pursuing being famous. I just want to release like music to
Art.
honor myself.
Yeah.
Like the new single that I'm releasing, I don't necessarily like feel like connected to it right now. Like it's not how I feel anymore.
Sure. Yeah.
But it was how I felt
Then,
when I
at
wrote
that
that song, and I like need to honor her and
makes
like just
sense.
put it out there.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hold all of these things and just like a void of nothingness. I'm like, if I created it, I want to put it
Share
out
it.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether one person listens or 10 people
Yeah.
or 100, it doesn't. I just like
Doesn't
need to
matter.
put it out
It
there.
just needs to be on the platforms.
Yeah.
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 That's beautiful.
Just to hold myself accountable.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As an artist.
Yeah.
Cool.
Definitely.
So would your first time performing, do you consider it like when you were a kid doing like the talent show type stuff, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's talent show.
Definitely. And then from there was when I started doing, like in elementary school and middle school, I did like covers, obviously.
Yep.
Like I think I sang like a Hilary Duff song,
Yes.
like an Ashley Simpson one or something like that.
Yeah.
But then
Did you get more comfortable like as time went
got
on?
more
Yeah.
comfortable. I got to a point when I want to say it was 15. It feels like a really like formative year for me, where I was super bullied like for doing this, like for singing at the
I don't
shows.
understand kids.
I don't understand kids. Yeah. And so I kind of another reason why I don't want them in a way.
Yeah.
But I was like super, super bullied from at least like 7 or 8 years old till, I mean, pretty much till I left high school. But it wasn't until I was 15 where I was like, there's no such thing as winning in a way.
Yeah.
I used to have a crazy unibrow. And like I got made so much fun
Didn't know how to
of.
tame it back then.
I just like everybody bullied me for it, and I was like
So sad.
10 or 11, and I
Yeah.
told my mom, I was like, get this thing off of me. And so I had her wax
The middle
my
one,
unibrow.
Yeah.
And then I go to school the next day, and what am I being made fun of? Like,
For waxing your
haha,
hair.
you were the first person to like wax your unibrow. And I just learned, I was like, okay, so you,
doesn't
you
matter.
can't win.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So around then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do original music
Yeah.
at the talent shows. Like I just like don't care anymore because
Yeah.
like I have to do this like for me.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't until high school when I first started doing like my original
Your-
music and like playing guitar.
I also feel like you can't, I mean, not that you can't, but as a kid, it's like hard to write your own songs. Like they're going to be about your like stuffed animal in the corner over there.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Which is fine.
Yeah.
But like, I totally get it. Like,
Oh God, I was writing some weird stuff when I was like 13. Oh no, I've like been such a romantic though.
Oh,
like,
I
so
was
I'm like,
too.
my crushes, like they had some songs.
That's so
my
funny.
gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm assuming you've recorded in a studio before, right?
Yes. So I went to Connecticut School of Broadcasting for college.
Yes.
And then even before that, I went to Hart School of Music in Connecticut, and I was a part of a group there where we recorded. And at Connecticut School of Broadcasting, they had recording studios.
So you're like super familiar with like the recording process.
Yeah, I wanted to I majored in like audio production
Okay.
because I was like, I really want to learn how to do it myself.
Yes.
So I could just.
Have you since recorded some of your own music?
I did then in school, and I have them somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever release those, but from there I met like my like audio engineering teacher has like a huge really well-known recording studio in Hartford, and I talked to him about like I want to experience recording with like you, like you do stuff for like ABC and for like movies and stuff, like I want to explore that. So I recorded a single with him when I was about 18 or 19, and that was like my first like professional experience with it. And then from there, Melick Moon, my old band, Mike Maccabee and Dave Ellis and I, mostly the two of them, like built a studio which still exists in Sagamore Beach that Mike runs.
Cool.
And we recorded our album Natural Thing, which is out on all platforms, there, which was like an amazing experience. I don't love recording studios though.
Okay.
Like it's nothing against anybody like at all.
It's just not a vibe.
I just like want to be like super raw and
Yes.
like not
Like by yourself almost.
authentic. Yeah. And even if it was with other people, I want it to be more so like a feeling and not like a space.
Sure.
And like
So like music videos rather than that.
Yeah, that and even like if I had like a band to record live and here right now, like I would rather have everybody be like in the same space as each other.
Yeah.
Rather than like doing things separately. Like doing things
makes sense.
separately to me is like not.
And that's
Not the
unfortunately
way.
how a lot of bands are recording these days.
Yeah. And this next project that I'm working on, I'm just working on it with like one other person, and he's pretty much doing like I did the guitar, like just my foundational guitar parts for it, but I pretty much gave it to him and was like, what do we hear or see, because I want it to be like this.
Okay.
And we just the two of us have like worked on it together, and like even that has been, I love that, and we work on it here like right in this room. I'm like, I really want to like hone in on recording stuff here, and this room sounds like really great when I'm like singing or playing something on the piano or on my guitar, so I wanted to really reach into that. And back to what you were saying too, that I was going to touch on about like how old were you when you first started. Like Avril Lavigne's first album.
Literally, my Mount Rushmore, Avril Lavigne is in that. Like,
Same.
she's my girl.
So that first album came out when I was 9. And I remember like being 9 and listening to it, and I was like, this is what I like. Like, this is like,
This is
I'm
the
going to
style.
ride this.
You know what I
wave.
used to do? It's really embarrassing, but I used to live on a lake, and there was like a boardwalk, a community
I can
boardwalk
already
for everyone.
see this.
Okay, so I used to go to the boardwalk by myself with my CD player, headphones, and then you know how the lyrics were inside of it?
Yeah.
I would just sit there and sing out loud the lyrics of the entire album.
Incredible.
It was my favorite thing to do. So that's
And I'm
funny.
picturing like on a lake on the boardwalk, like the I'm With You song.
Yeah,
Yeah. If it's like raining, I'm like, oh, like the feels.
Yeah.
But like my first electric guitar that I got
Yeah.
was like the same guitar that she had like on that album.
love
Because
it.
I was like, I'm so like into this.
Love it.
And then after that, it was like a couple of years later, Paramore's first album came out. Hayley Williams is my North Star.
Okay.
Period.
Gotcha.
So, like that is, but with that being said, like I feel like with just how much, like we're constantly growing and constantly changing.
Always.
that has always like resonated with me. Like I said, who I was when I was 15 and I just decided to be like authentic and not care is like what I really want to do now. And in my music career over the past like decade, I've been just exploring avenues because we have to explore to know what we want.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of like going back to who I was then, like when I was 15 and what really sparked me. So like the next single that I'm releasing is very different from Melic Moon. And I don't think it's anything that people are expecting from me, which I'm really excited about.
That is really exciting.
Yeah.
Do you play live shows like of like just you, like on the Cape and stuff?
So that's all I'm doing right now.
That's your
So,
job.
yeah. Like when we didn't really have like a day where we decided Melic Moon was going to separate.
You just kinda
We
all,
just
went your
like
separate ways.
well, we both just have like our own. Mike and I just had our own separate projects, and like I'll like forever support him. We're still in touch. We're like good. And he released like all of his original music, and I'm like, I just want to release my original music because sometimes our original music, because we were the co-writers of Melic Moon. Like some of mine felt like it was having an identity crisis because it was leaning more like Melic Moon heavy. And his songs were leaning more towards like that, and I was like, it just doesn't feel like authentic or aligned with me.
That makes sense.
So yeah, we were just like, let's just go explore that. And so I've been doing over the past like couple of years like my own solo thing. So it's just like me and my guitar right now, or my ukulele.
Mostly here on Cape or off Cape too?
Here on Cape right now, mostly. I'm leaning into being really convenient right now.
I feel that. I really
mean, even
do.
with my job, I try to stay mostly
Well,
on
listen
Cape.
to this. I want to put in my backyard a Christmas tree farm, wildflowers, and like a
Christmas
greenhouse,
tree farm?
so I can take pictures in my backyard and never leave my house.
Yes.
I get it.
A Christmas tree farm is all I want. Absolutely. But no, like in all real
We'll
talk.
just do podcasts in the Christmas tree farm.
Oh, and the greenhouse
my
too. Like I
God,
just like get in there.
gorgeous.
One day
It's
I'll work on
stunning.
it. I want it so bad.
But no, I have nothing against playing off Cape. Obviously, you know,
just
it's
easier
bridge
to-
traffic. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I like basically stopped going off Cape like after Memorial Day. So every year I feel like I've limited it more and more. This year now, like because it used to be just July and August that I would just have people pay through the roof if
Yeah.
they wanted
I was gonna
something
say
off
you have to
Cape.
charge more.
I
to do
charge
off
so
Cape.
much, but now this year I got so busy like randomly, like I'm even turning schools down right now, but like I got to the point where it's like after Memorial Day, well, there's an extra fee. So even June, there's an extra fee even in June. So it limits it. So then most people are more likely to not have to want to pay that extra travel fee and just have local stuff.
When I play off Cape, it's usually Plymouth or it'll be something bigger, like I'm playing in Boston or Providence.
Okay,
yeah, which is like that's worth it.
That'll make
to
it
me.
worth your while. Yeah, exactly.
But also, like right now, I think I'm more so playing live because, well, I love it, but also because I do want to build some sort of audience for like when my original music like does come out. Like I love it. I'm not doing a lot of original music right now, like at my shows, because I want it to be more so like a first time experience when they are released. For like I don't want to force somebody to listen to it. Like when they're just at a restaurant or something and I just so happen to be there, like I want it to be something that like on their time they're choosing to like hit play. And they like can lean into it.
and like actually listen to it.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Did I see that you were nominated for some awards for your music? Like, what were those nominations? I saw it. You're nominated for it.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah. Melic Moon and myself
Melic Moon,
were nominated for 3 or 4 New England Music Awards.
Okay.
We were nominated one year for Best New Act. We were nominated for Female Vocalist of the Year, which I'm proud of. We're also nominated for, I believe it was like for Best Music Video for Rose Moon. There's one more. I think it was Best New Artist 2 years in a row.
That's
actually
cool.
Something like that.
That's cool.
But yeah, just to be recognized in New England, and like we did everything ourselves. Like we recorded the album
That's
ourselves.
why I wanted
Mike
to
did.
mention it. I wanted people to know that like because you do it yourself, you were nominated, and I think that's really amazing.
And it's been really sad for me. My personal Facebook got hacked over the past 6 months, and it I was like the admin for like Melic Moon Facebook page and for like and it was like attached to our Instagram. And when I got hacked, Facebook like flagged it, literally deactivated my personal Facebook account that I've had since I was like 16.
I know, I feel that.
Like prior to smartphones. So like some of the pictures that I lost, I've like mourned the loss. But
That's so hard.
But it ended up taking down every single Melic Moon thing that ever existed that we worked like so hard on.
Oh my God.
So it looks like we had like a fallout or something. I'm like, no, I just got fucking hacked. And lost everything, and it's so sad. Like Mike and I have tried so hard to like get it all back, and we just like can't.
That's
it's
wild.
like really unfortunate.
Were you on X Factor?
Yes.
Okay.
With one of my best friends still. Her name is Ellen Riley.
Okay.
She's moved from New England, and I wish she would come back. But she is an incredible vocalist, and her and I met in high school.
Okay.
When I was like 15, and we just like 100% were so connected to each other, and we were like, let's form a girl band. Like this is our dream. And so we made a girl band called Aislinn, and we did gigs together in Connecticut of like just us, and like she would play the ukulele and I would play guitar, which is funny because that's what I play, both of those things at my gigs. And we would do things like that. And so when we found out you could audition like for a singing competition as like a duo, we're like, we're doing this.
That's so
and
cool.
It was just one of the best like experiences ever. And just like talk about like girlhood for us to like, we like drove to New York, just like having the time of our lives. We worked at the same place too at the time. And we had the audition, got like our golden ticket, but like we were just going into it just have fun,
just to
like
do
we
it.
weren't actually expecting. So then it was like we like call,
you're like, wait,
my parents were like, wait, we're in New York and we have to like come back, like we don't have a place to stay. Like we ended up going to like Marshall's because we needed to like buy stuff too, and like we have no place to stay, and like stayed at like a random scary hotel, and like had to call our job too because we worked together and be like, we're not coming, we don't know when we're coming back.
We're becoming stars.
And so like it was just like the hope and just like the energy, and it was so much fun. We made like the top I think it was like 75 in the country or 50.
That's amazing.
And it was
That's cool.
she's
awesome.
incredible. That was amazing.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So would you mind playing a song for us?
I will definitely play a song for you. So this song, I was talking to you about this prior, and I was like, you know what? I'm totally going to play a new one. I'm not going to play the single that's coming out.
Totally get it,
But, so you guys will have to wait for that. But this one I wrote a while ago, and I was like, you know what? This one could be a vibe. And all right, cool.
I'm excited.
Gladly play it for you. For too long, I've been too cold to you and me. But I'm tired, I ain't getting sleep. I'm so tired of who you made me be. So before I go, let me let you know that I love you. Yeah, I love you, but you don't want to. You don't want to. Where do we go from here? Where do we go now that we can see clearly? Boy, I don't know, and I don't think I wanna try. You say, baby, can we try this time? So before I go, let me let you know that I love you. Yeah, I love you. don't want to. You don't want to. You can't help yourself. You can't help me. So please just go and let me be. 'Cause you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to. And that was it. Thank you. Great. That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
This room, when I play in here,
I was like, why does it sound like she's mic'd up right now?
and when like the furniture is like all in the corner, it's like even more open, and I was like, yeah,
That's crazy.
It's crazy because I wasn't even thinking that, because in my head I was like, oh yeah, she's
microphone. Yeah, yeah. So actually, and I'll tell you guys this too. So like I'm releasing 2 albums, and one is going to be like a full band one, but the other one is literally just called Parlor, and I'm recording the entire thing in here. But it's also like not going to be edited. Like it's going to be like voice notes.
Raw. I love it.
It's like I try to like go to recording studios and be like, can it be raw? And it's like too perfect. I'm like, this ain't it. I was like, can you make it sound like my Parlor? And they're like, no. I'm like, all right, well then I'm just going to do it in there.
Thank you so much for playing that. That was so beautiful, so fun. I was saying earlier that it sounds like you were on a microphone in this room.
Thank you. Yes, the Parlor
was
is
so
like
good.
meant for music.
Yeah.
Very acoustic.
Yes.
All right, guys. I think we're going to end the episode here. Definitely going to end the episode here. So thank you so much for watching. Shout out to Nick from Killing Entertainment for producing and editing this podcast. Follow us on all social medias. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And give us a thumbs up, comment, like. We really want to do this long term. So if you do that, the more people will see us, the more we'll be able to do this. So yeah, that's it. Tell your cat we said hi. Guess what I didn't look at? That camera.
I did.
I know.
You want to do that again, though?
No, you're just going to put this whole thing in it, and that's what it's going to be.
Good job, Will.
That's Will.
Good job.
Hi, Will.
Look at the camera.
It's like I'm facing the other way.
Oh,
So fluffy.
so fluffy.
Cool. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
That was amazing. Bye, kitty kitty. You're still filming the cat. I love it.
I love that so much.
Nick works at a vet. He's a very cat person.